Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, my friends. This is, of course, the one and the only, the MRC show that never ends. Welcome one, welcome all to your Monday night entertainment. We are here in the beautiful, sunny circuit of the Americas in Texas, US of A, with the stars and stripes flying high. I'm sure you'll see the flag that is predominantly the end of the start-finish straight. Tier 2 action coming up for you now after an absolutely enthralling and incredible race last week under the lights in Singapore, and a couple of drivers already leaving the pit lane. But before we get into our qualifying session, it is a pleasure, as always, to introduce the man alongside me, former teammates, and now we do battle in Tier 1 coming up later on this evening. It is one of the friendly Germans that we have in the league, all-round nice guy. It is Mr. LRL. Stefan, how are you, my friend?
Hey, hello. I'm doing very well. Very excited about this race. There's a lot of great racing here. Happy to be in the Columbus with you. It's been some time actually since we did it together.
Yeah, it has again, hasn't it? Yeah, it has.
Well, nice to meet you here again. I mean, usually we meet at the back of the grid in Tier 1.
Yeah, we're both having sort of one of those seasons, aren't we, really, in Tier 1? It's such a fast-paced tier. Well, so they all of them are this season, aren't they? We've witnessed some fantastic racing and a lot of multiple winners as well across all the tiers. And, it's one that you can never really call week in, week out. I mean, last week in Tier 2, Ryan had an absolute fantastic race, took the win under a lot of pressure, and was really critical and clinical with his overtakes, wasn't he, to take the win under the lights. And I mean, we had an interesting one, didn't we, as well, that evening under the lights. Completely different circuit this week, haven't we, with the faster corners and the sweeping corners, long straights as well, compared to what we had last week.
Yeah, that's exactly. Obviously, it's a huge change coming from Singapore to Austin. Well, Singapore, of course, the street circuit, the walls are very close. Here, the walls are a bit further away. So once you go off track, you are not automatically in the wall. And
no, you're right there. But it's one of those tracks that, because the points that you sometimes lose the rear end, you are so much on the throttle and sometimes going at the higher speed that the walls are still quite very difficult. They're quite a big risk, aren't they? There's something that you got to still pay attention to.
Yes, definitely. You're right. It's really difficult circuit in my opinion, because you also have a lot of elevation changes and many places where it's really difficult to get on the throttle, and you need to be really careful doing that.
Yeah.
And most of all, it's a very racy track. Like, you definitely can overtake here, and you cannot just overtake on the straight with the DRS. You can also fight in the corners.
Yeah.
In this tight, slow section after at the beginning of the third sector, you can try different lines here. You can go side by side or even 3 wide if you really want.
No, you're right there. You're right. Good evening, Mr. Hills. Thank you for joining us in the YouTube. He says it's all dry this evening, unlike his nose. I know he is full of flu. And he says, Coach is almost as awful as Costa. We know what he's like with his love for fancy coffee. So he's not a fan. Steve, good evening, Mr. Soze. He's saying good luck to everybody. Everybody watching, don't forget, please join us. Hit the like, thumbs up button as well. So, already 5 minutes gone. I mean, it doesn't half fly, these qualifying sessions, and we've got the 2 V-carbs setting the early pace ahead of the 2 Mercedes, and then the Alpine of Horseman beats that by 0.3 of a second on a 32.7. A really good lap, a good solid opener lap there from Horseman, and he's come back in. I think it was last week he first. Jackster. Easy place to the second last corner there to invalidate, and he does just that. But it's one of those tracks that, it rewards the flow, doesn't it? And sometimes a bit of patience. Monster's got damage. He's had a spin somewhere. But let's have a little lap on board last week's winner, Ryan, into turn 1. Very heavy uphill braking point, very tight, easy to lose it on the way down. Turn 2, flat out, keeps to the right-hand side, then turn 4. Sorry, that was turn 4 there. Turn 5, long through. Turn 6, double apex, slow into turn 7, easy to miss that brake and go wide. And a long, easy to lose the rear through turn 8, turn 9, easy again because the quick change of direction. Turn 10 is a little kink, and that's the first sector over and done with. Late braking into the very wide entry of turn 11. So important to get a very good exit down here because it is one of the DRS points and a very long straight indeed. So that rear wing on the Haas there it is, it's wide open. Pick your braking point. Downhill braking, just a little bit wide, misses the apex from Ryan, doesn't run too wide either in 12. Then turn 13, very tight and tricky because there's turn 14, tries to straight line 15 as well, and then the double into 16, very twisty, and this is the one that Stefan said that you can take different lines. Then 17 and 18, there they go, the triple corner, then 19, easy to run wide through there, and then the final corner, turn 20 before the DRS over the start finish straight, and Ryan on his opening lap does a 33.8 into 8th. But yeah, that is good evening, Calvin. You're looking forward to tonight. Not surprised, mate. I'm not surprised. You were very, very quick in the practice sessions like last night. So, yeah, expecting good things from you. No pressure. But, yeah, good luck to you. Looking very, very strong, Calvin, isn't he, round here? And as are, well, quite a few of the drivers, aren't there? This is one of those tracks, Stefan, that some people love. And it's not really a track that some people are sort of indifferent about. Either people love it or absolutely despise it, don't they?
Yes, you're right. For example, Alex Xavier, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not remembering wrong, he told me he absolutely hates this track.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, and me personally, I'm not really looking forward to race on here very often. I can't explain why, because I just said it's a very interesting track with, really fun. But somehow it's not one of my favorites. But still, once I'm there, I enjoy it. I can't explain it myself. It sounds weird.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm with you, completely with you on this one. Even Smith, he's supporting Armour Red this evening. But yeah, I'm with you, mate. I think you're right. I think it's because it's a trade-off with setup, to do a bit more downforce for this tight twisty section to have the rear grip and the front turning and the bite, but then you kind of get suckered into the higher speeds for the long DRS straights and the pit straight, don't you? So it's a bit of a trade-off, and where the overall lap time comes from. It's a tricky circuit, and I think I used to like it, and I've sort of gone backwards a little bit with my love for this track.
Yeah, but I remember having a lot of fun, a lot of races here that were really fun. So I don't even know why. It's a specific track in a way.
It's a difficult one because that first sector is so fast, and you have to be clinical and really hit the nail on the head every single time. And then the third sector, as you said, is very tight. It's very technical as well, and it is a difficult one to do that trade-off as Bit goes into 12th and 34.1. Bit was one as well who had quite good race pace in the practice session, so that's going to be interesting to see what he can do this evening. I'm sure he's going to be looking for points. But Husband's gone quicker. He's on a 32.7, so we've got Bergen as well in second in the pits, Colin in third, then the other kick of Doris in fourth, Friddy in fifth, and Armour right behind him in 6th. And to be honest, that's very, very close. Look at the gap. Bergen and Colin, 0.03 of a second. And then there's about a tenth, just over a tenth separating 4th and 6th. And everyone's very, very close. There's only 2 tenths separating 4th and then down to Rassam in 8th. So it's very, very close qualifying at this point.
Yes, it is, especially if you consider that Holzmann is a little bit ahead of the rest for the moment. You're right, and I just wanted to add maybe that you have to take into account on this circuit that there are some multiple corners actually where you simply cannot see the apex because of the elevation change.
Yeah, you're right.
The second last corner and the first corner, you just can't see it. You have to get used to it or find some kind of reference. Is where you might think that, well, this could be the point to turn in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and through the section that Alex has gone through, like turn 15 and 16, that's another one that, you know, you want to try and carry as much into the first part, but then you can't get the car stopped and turned for the second part, can you? Because it's so tight, and it's almost 90-degree corner, if not more than that. So that's another difficult one. Who Jody's in the chat and says, no problem, he hates the place as well. So Alex has actually gone into provisional pole, about a tenth ahead of Holzmann, who is out on track. So this is... Holzmann, big slide. Has to bail on this lap. Let's have a Doris is on an outlap early doors. What's Rassam doing? Apparently he's 20 seconds ahead. Don't know how. But hey ho, let's have a look. I don't know how he's managed to do 20 seconds ahead of his previous lap time. That's a heck of a lap. But really hustling the Red Bull at this moment in time.
We're seeing a lot of invalidations. So this is also a crucial aspect on this track. Invalidations in quali and time penalties in the race. If you want to be fast around here, you have to risk a warning or a time penalty. Otherwise, you are not fast enough. So, you're not as fast as you could be. That will play a big role in the race. I mean, imagine you manage to avoid a time penalty, and then let's say you have a safety car shortly before the end, and everyone around you has a penalty. It's a huge advantage. You just need to stick to the pack and
but it is so easy in this first sector, and as you mentioned, that the second last corner, turn 19, to run that bit wide because you misjudge the turning points, and sometimes in sector 1 you're pushing on trying to keep that speed up, so then you understeer a little bit, run wide, and it's because you're still trying to keep the speed, you can easily, as you say, invalidate, or then just take too much of the inside curb as well. So you get into that, it's sort of a point where you just struggle, and there's Krusty T went very wide through 12 but didn't invalidate. But yeah, you're right, if you can easily run that little bit wide or just take too much inside, trying to gain any help possible, and it will invalidate. And you're right, then Krusty T has actually invalidated his lap. But yeah, it's easy to get those penalties very, very quickly.
See, almost everyone is in the pits right now, preparing for their last shot. Story coming. No, what happened to Dory?
Ooh, let's have a quick look. I'm not sure.
He was I don't know if you want
I think he must have bailed and went, ooh, strange.
Oh, we caught that on stream.
I know, it was a bit. He did it.
Easily.
I think he did the opposite of Carlos Sainz that did yesterday, I think.
He wanted to stay out and went into the pits or what?
Martin's actually asking a question that's a good question. If he says that, if low downforce, if you went for that low downforce setup, he's asking, do you think it actually destroys your tyres quite badly around here? And that's a really good question. in practice? I sort of think yes. And our tyres did struggle for wear in the practice sessions. And I was running a bit lower downforce, or trying to get some overall pace. And yeah, my tyres really were hurting.
That's a possibility, yes. And I think if you have lower wings, you will obviously have less grip in the corners. And maybe a bit more understeer, and that understeer may be the one that causes you to have a penalty in the end. So I'm a friend of putting a little bit more wings on the car in general, but also this track.
Exactly, yeah, because you can lose down this long straight, and you could almost be a sitting duck to somebody behind you with the DRS and that lower downforce setup. But you can gain decent time. I mean, unless they're hanging on for dear life through the first sector, for example. But yeah, you can really gain it late on for the stability of the car. So it is that technicality, that big trade-off that you've got to do, and between the lower downforce, between the higher downforce. And honestly, we've got 19 cars on track at the moment. So everybody, pretty much other than Jackster, out on track, getting their laps in, as Airways is retired somewhere. I think he's trying to go in the pit. He did. I just saw a flash. Airways tried to pit as Loppy puts it into 11th. Where's Rassam? He's on me early on in his lap. Let's go back down to Ryan. He's invalidated his lap. Carl.
Going to the gravel,
Yep, he invalidated. So you should get another lap, I think. He should have time to get round. Let's see what Bit does through this sector, see how he gets on. We missed this sector time, unfortunately, but he's invalidated, so that's why we'll leave that one. Let's have a look. Who is on a quick lap? Let's have a look at the Alpine of Armour Red and see how he's getting on through the first sector, because then we're going to cut up to our top two. Only a tenth of a second between them in the shootout for pole position. What's Armour done? How quick is he at this moment in time? Alex has gone quicker. A little bit marginally quick on a 32.6. Where's Horsman? He's coming to the end. He's slightly up by half a tenth. He's got a little bit of traffic ahead. Hopefully it will move out of the way. It's on the grass, so it should be out of the way for Horsman. Has he invalidated his lap? Horsman's invalidated. So it's down to Bergen, who in the first sector is 2/10 up on his previous time. So Bergen, at this moment in time, could pinch, if the lap keeps on going and he keeps improving, he could pinch that front row spot from Horsman, who's now, he's pitted. He didn't have enough fuel to go again, or it's actually the checkered flag is out. So everybody on a lap. He's gone 7th, now dropped because Panita's put it into 3rd. Into the 32s. What about Bergen? He's lost a lot of time in the middle sector. It's not going to be enough for the front row at this moment in time. And he's only just ahead of Colin as well. So good to see a drastic end.
Not improving.
Is that Colin's not improving?
No.
Ooh, so this could be close. Colin didn't improve, you're right. What's Bergen going to do across the line? Is it going to be enough to move on to the front row ahead? It is! Great last sector from Bergen. Sociopath as well, fantastic lap. He's in the 32s, he's in 5th now. Go down, Rassam, is he on a lap? He is, he's 3.5 tenths up. This could really bunch him up. Krusty T as well, but he's got no fuel left. Can Rassam get across the line? What can he do? He does improve into 4th. Fantastic improvement. Great lap. What about Bit? He's the only one. He's invalidated. So that is it from qualifying. Alex takes pole position ahead of Bergen. Horsman in 3rd with Rassam with a fantastic lap in 4th. Panizza in 5th with Sociopath. The American in 6th. Colin in 7th with Doris in 8th. Friddy in the other V-Carb in 9th. And Armour Red is in 10th. Krusty T 11th with Airways 12th. Loppy ahead of last week's winner, Red Car Rambo. In 14th, the man with the flu, Mr. Single Track, in 15th. A good effort from him. Monster in 16th, then Carl in 17th. Emma Voice, Nick, and Jackster. Well, they were good lap times there, weren't they? That was fantastic from Alex, and a great last ditch as well from Bergen to put himself on the front row.
Yes, definitely. And everyone was really close together. I think it was just half a second between the top 10. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, big time. Big time. So there is your grid. Let's quickly scroll down in case we have an issue. There it is. There's the full grid for everybody. We've got a 5-minute interval. So while drivers take a bit of a breather, have a bit of a comfort break, and get their setups right. Fabian as well, he wouldn't recommend this track. Fabian doesn't like it either. Welcome all 17 of you. Like I say, do get involved and hit the like button as well. That would be fantastic to have you with us. There's only 6 of you hit it so far, so come on, we want to get to double figures with the like button. Fabian rates this track 2 out of 10. I don't know if that's... I think that's about right for some people. Some people don't like it. Oh, a bit cloudy. So that's going to be a difficult one for strategies, isn't it? Because we've got that cloud is going to make it a lot cooler. So, Madden says that was a generous rating, but a lot cooler. So, if someone chose the hard tyres to start with, they're going to have a lot of difficulties warming them up, aren't they, around here, especially in the opening laps?
Yes, of course, we have colder tire temperatures. The track is colder now. It can really make a difference. And you have, of course, now you have a fully loaded car, fully loaded with fuel. May change some things, but I guess the drivers will be prepared for that.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? I mean, they're going to be prepared for it. You know, we've done the practice sessions, and you're right. I think the heavy fuel is going to make a difference with that. Of course, we mentioned it in the before we started about potential safety cars. We didn't see anything on Friday with the F2 cars in both the sprint or the feature race. So this could be one that, you know, a safety car will really help somebody if they had any damage or a bit further back. I think it's something that you and I might be hoping for in our race. But yeah, this is one that the strategy is going to be so crucial. And as Martin said, you know, if you go for that lower downforce, it can really eat the tyres and overheat, especially in that first sector. You can really overheat them as well, can't you?
Yeah, that may happen. You're right. It's a good point. I mean, these fast left and right corners they're really killing the tires. It's quite a challenge for them, and you know, except for the straight, there is not much. There is not much time for tires to cool down, because also the last sector is very demanding for the tires.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? There's not as much offset in wear that we tend to see from a lot of other tracks. So, you know, they do sort of both take a bit of a beating round here. I think the right-hand side take a little bit more, but not too much in comparison, like I say, to a lot of other tracks where the wear difference is quite major. So, and it seems because of the higher speeds that you get, especially through the first sector, that it's not always a big offset front to rear either, not just side to side, but front to rear seem to, I mean, I found it, I don't know about yourself or anyone else, but they seem to sort of wear all equally.
I'm not quite sure about that. I just was, I don't know. But yeah, you may be right. I'm just wondering if the cloudy weather may indicate some rain, but they said it's gonna be dry.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me getting my hopes up for.
Well, I like that. I like that. Because you're right, exactly. You know, it's only an approximate weather. So even though it may say dry, there is potential of a bit of a few spots of red. You're right, and that would be good fun, wouldn't it? Alex has actually put in the YouTube chat there that he lost 4/10 in the second last corner alone, but he still got pole. I mean, that says a lot about, you know, Alex as well as a racer and a driver. It also says a lot about a lot of our racers as well. You know, the competitiveness and the drive that they've got. That he got pole, but he's not happy.
I mean, of course, you always want to be first, and everyone's challenging themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Better and better drivers. So you see, guys, MRC is very competitive. And
evening, Ant.
We are so passionate about it. We are so nerdy. We have.
Yeah, we are. I love that. Yeah, we are. We are complete nutter fun.
There's nothing to complain about.
I agree. I totally agree with you. We're so passionate about what we do and how we race. And looking at the tyres, we mentioned the hard tyres may be difficult. There's Colin, Red Car Rambo, Single Track, and Error Voice are the only ones on the hard tyres. Everybody else is on the mediums. So this is an interesting call. Evening, and don't forget you will hit the like button. I know you always hit the like button and join us, so welcome. Looking forward to, well, I'm not looking for, I won't see you tonight, mate, so we're looking forward to seeing your result, shall we say, when you cross the line 30 seconds ahead of me. But another man who's had some good fortune, some good races as well this season is Ant. So it'll be interesting, Ant, to hear what your thought pattern is and how you feel about this track. Obviously, we've had a few mixed emotions. But this one's going to be interesting. You know, like you say, the cloudy weather, most of them on the medium tyres, and then it's going to be interesting to see what Colin, Red Car, Single Track, and Ever can do. I mean, half expect them to potentially lose a few places off the start in the first lap. But then we've got, you know, once they come in, if they can take them a bit longer, of course, 28 laps. And we mentioned this before the cars get onto the grid, Stefan, just quick words on this, that it is only a 1 minute 35, 36 lap, but it feels such a long lap because you are busy, aren't you? It's a tough lap and a long lap.
Yeah, it's really long lap, and you're always busy. There isn't, except for the thing straight, there is not much room, not much time to rest or take a breath. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
we are going to have to ride on board with our pole sitter as we look up towards lights, and a big climb to turn one will await the drivers. Are we going to see carnage? Are we going to see everyone nice and clean through? Only a few seconds to go before Tier 2 gets underway. And here we go. We have 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights. And Monday's evening, let's go racing. A good start, good getaway from Alex Bergen as well. All clean with him. We saw Doris had a fantastic start. Sociopath really poor. But Osman's going to go around the outside. Bergen's having a look on the inside, outside of turn 1. Alex got the better drive though. Let's have a look. Doris has got a really good start. And the other kicks Sauber. Everyone's kicks Sauber. Yep, kicks Sauber. Everyone else all clean through. Ever dropped a few places. So did Single Track at the back. He's on the hard tyres. Red Car Monster, good starts from them. Red Car on the hard tyres also. You got those working. Loppy up 3 as well into the top 10. But all clean. Everyone through, which is great to see. Easy to miss your braking and lose it. What have you seen?
Was a yellow flag of Ferrari.
Yep.
I think he's got from unfortunately.
That's unlucky. Panizza is right alongside Doris. Got to drive outside. No DRS this lap. This is a straight drag and using whatever battery you want. A little look from Bergen as well. But 2 abreast. Let's ride with Panizza. There is the other kick of Doris. That was the inside line. Now it's going to go to the outside. But Doris got a better run. Keeps to the outside. Didn't know where the Mercedes was, but now he's going to have the inside and keeps that position. Actually takes the position. Even better for Doris in the kick. Saubers running 2nd and 5th. Red Car has just had, you're side by side with Nick. Nick's not giving this one up round the outside. What a move this would be if he can make it stick into the left-hander. Can he judge it right? Ryan had to go very, very wide, and he's lost it. Oh, Ryan! Keep it out of the wall, but that was just a hard tyre. So unlucky, but managed to get away with it. He's okay.
Yeah,
that was... No, I don't think anything Ryan can do there. He had to take that wide line, but...
His teammate.
Yeah, I just saw that. Monster Nick fighting further back. Teammates last season, teammates this season as well. Ooh, big cut to the corner there from Alex. That'll probably be a warning to him. That's not what he needs at this point, but everybody, Custy T's the only one at the minute outside of the DRS. Everybody's going to be in a very long DRS train at this moment in time, so this is the first time we get to use it. And there's a few drivers there a little bit further back. Look at that, there's a few little gaps forming, but everyone just about within the DRS. What is Bergen going to do? Is he going to try and have a look and take the lead from Alex? He's not quite close enough this time round, but Rassam and Horsman, they are side by side. They both had it. Is there just enough room? Oh, Rassam went a little bit wide. May have got a warning for it. Just crept across the white line and makes the move on the hosepipe. Oh, Doris. Who lost it?
Yeah, Dory, I was...
Oh, yeah.
I was being the same driver.
Yeah.
But solid. Of course he wanted to benefit from the two guys fighting ahead of him.
Yeah, did well to keep it. Horsman...
Very close to Horsman.
He is, isn't he? Horsman went a little bit wide through 19. But everyone's still behaving. They're still trying to find the grip in these cooler conditions. It's going to be interesting now to see, because Colin's there. He's on the hard tyre, so he's had a good start, Colin. And he's in there. We know how fast he is as well. So if he can start making these work... We've got a beautiful helicopter shot through the first sector.
Going side by side again.
Wow, let's have a go back down to these two. But that's not helping either of them, because they need to start working together to close on Airways, who's outside of the DRS. And speaking of DRS, cut back up to the top drivers. They are very, very close. Benito, I think, is just... I don't know, it depends on where the DRS detection, which I think is just before turn 9 there. Turn 9? Turn 11. Do apologise. But there we go, look at this Bergen with the DRS. Rassam's looking interested as well, but Bergen on the inside, can he get the car stopped? He does. Now takes the lead, but Rassam looking very, very interested as well. He tried to make a move on the inside. I think there was a bit of contact, wheel to wheel. But Rassam's made the move. Very opportunistic move there from Rassam. Really sent it on the inside of Alex. I think caught him napping. Did not expect it at all. And I think that's going to... well, we know what Alex is like. He doesn't take things lying down, does he? He's a racer. We got pole position, wasn't even happy with his lap time. So Alex is going to be really feisty now to get that place back. But what can Rassam do? He's looked very, very quick in these early stages. Now on the back of Bergen. He's going to try and have a look into turn 1. Takes the inside line under braking. It's a very wide entrance. Bergen knew he was there. Leaves the car's width on the exit as well. This is Alex is trying to have a look as well. Side by side through turn 2. Rassam's got the outside line. That turns to the inside. I think there might have been a little bit of a touch. And Bergen's had to maybe cut a little bit of the corner there. But Rassam, I don't know if there was a bit of contact or not.
Yeah, there was a little bit of wheel banging.
So that's... Doris is the first one. Horsman as well. Both get...
I was going to say Horsman cut the corner completely and then Doris did the thing that both got the penalty already.
Bergen sent it into turn 11, but he should get the DRS because he sent it quite late. Is he going to have the DRS? What is Rassam going to do? He did. Rassam's not got it. He's going to only have the slipstream. But look at this. We've got Alex. We've got Horsman going either side. And now they're going to have a look at Bergen in the lead. Look at this. We've got a perfect view of it. Bergen's got a little bit squeezed. Alex has gone through. Horsman now. There's 3 abreast again. What's Bergen going to do? Horsman's gone through on the inside of balls. Look at this. Rassam trying to squeeze as well on Bergen. Horsman's gone from 4th to 1st in a couple of corners, but he took the wide line. Alex is going to have a look. This is mental with Bergen. Bergen just about keeps it, but Doris is right behind as well. Look at the delta times. Wow, that was incredible. My heart was in my mouth all the way through that.
lean back and enjoy.
Oh, absolutely.
They speak for themselves. Unbelievable! What a fight we have for the lead.
Yep. Rassam and Bergen again. Rassam into turn 1. Bergen's gone from lead to 4th. His teammates there as well. Monster's got through on Airways. Both of the Astons up a spot ahead of Airways. So they're now starting to make moves. They've got a big gap to Friddy. So Monster just needs to follow his teammate, help out, would close that gap while everybody in this, well, top 11. It's like we're building a safety car here. We've got that all close. Look at this. This is incredible. Now then, are we going to see a role reversal? Bergen and Rassam again on the exit. But let's go on board with Alex. Is he going to the inside? He's got the DRS, and I think that was an easy move. But look at the view further back. Doris Rassam there, 3 abreast again. I can't cope with this. Oh, that's a tight squeeze. There's still 3 abreast. Let's go back on Horsman and have a look. So Doris has got through. Bergen's the big loser. He's now dropped to 5th from leading. Rassam is taking different lines to everybody else and making it work. Rassam is absolutely a man on a mission tonight. And he's back into 3rd. My goodness me. I'm going to need this. Oh, Alex goes very wide through 19. That could be a warning for him. Yep, Steve, exactly. Wow is the word. Monster 3 seconds as well. We're going to see a lot of that, I fear, this race. We're only on lap 6, guys. I mean, I'm going to need a 5-minute breather before we start this one, our race. Because Rassam has made contact with Horsman. Rassam on the inside. I don't know if he was close enough. I don't know. I'm not going to make comment on that one.
And meanwhile, the 2 are going side by side again.
Oh my goodness me! They've hampered each other. That's going to be warnings for both the track limits and cutting corners because Airways is no stop back to the bit of contact. No, doesn't look like damage. There's a bit of carbon fibre, but no damage. This is crazy. Airways has now got 3 seconds. What is?
Oh my god!
This is.
It's the 3rd time in 6 laps that the Astons go side by side. In the first sector, we have an 11-way fight, or we used to have an 11-way fight for the league. I mean, I don't know. The two Peak Salvers are about to take the lead. So much happening. I mean, can we just bring out the VSC just for the 2 of us? Bring something and maybe take some hills if needed. Like, it's really a bit.
I mean, I know. The UK has been hit by some very cold weather, and it's really invigorated everyone. Oh, top 2 going very wide. I think this is going to be key. You mentioned this earlier, and I'm going to come back to your point because it's becoming ever present that keeping clean with penalties could be major come the end of this race, and that is what we're going to see. Doris looking at taking the very wide inside line. Alex takes a very wide line, outbroke himself a little bit down there. Bergen skittish down the hill, easy to do. Sociopath just doing what he needs to do. Sociopath having another one of those races where he's just sort of keeping his nose clean. These guys now have got the top 9 have got a nearly 3.7 gap to Rassam and Horsman, who are still going at it. The Aston Martins are also together still. That's going to be a theme. Single track as well. He's behind Nick with Krusty T, Error Voice as well. Rassam 3 seconds. Ooh, as Doris didn't get the car stopped at all. Neither did Alex. That's really hurting because Bergen is right there. Got the better drive. Who's got the higher top speed? Who's going to be using the battery? It's going to be close, and I think Alex is still on the inside line. Can he hold it, get the car stopped in time? Bergen's going to keep his nose on the outside. He's well entitled to do that, and can further back. We've got, I think that's Colin and Armour it is. Colin on the hard tyres. This I've said about the hard tyres, and he's keeping in there. This is fantastic for him, especially as the longer this race goes on and the longer these battles go on as well. Those hard tyres are going to just be feeling really good for him.
Yeah. Stay within the strain on our slower tires. He's gonna have a big advantage at the end of the race.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Oh, Alex, bad luck on Owen. almost lost the car.
Yep, oh yeah, he's on the inside there, yeah, he really had, and that's just allowed Bergen more of an easy move. Jackson with 3 seconds. Nick's pitted. So one of the Aston Martins had to pit. Oh, there's been contact, there's damage to Sociopath, and now look at this, Alex has cut across. I think there was contact with Panizza as well as he came back across. There's everyone's left and right and all over the place. The Sociopaths had to go on the outside of Panizza. That was, I don't have a clue what went on there. Wow, I don't think any of the drivers did either. But all that...
think Alex was really late on the brake. I mean, I knew there was contact. I saw that there was contact between him and Berger, but I don't know what happened behind there.
No, I think he's Sociopath has got, he's missing an end plate. His right end plate has gone on that Ferrari. But Ryan's got 3 seconds as well. He's in 19th. Not sure what's happened to him. Nick's pitted. Let's have a quick look at those tyres. He's gone to the hard tyres. Let's go back to all this mental stuff that's happening at the front. Alex has now made a move on Doris, but this is on Bergen, because this has now allowed Doris a 2-second window and a bit of chance to probably have a breather a little bit and maybe recover some of that energy supply and just pick his lines now and pick his braking points, because this is all reacting to the car in front, and this is absolutely fantastic racing. Ooh, Doris. I think... Oh, he's gone very, very wide. I'm sure I saw his car ghosted there. And he's lost about a second.
Doesn't appear ghosted for me.
No, he's not now, but I'm sure I saw that he was.
Something must have happened for sure.
Oh, that was close. Bergen on the outside of Alex. That was very, very close indeed to being a carbon copy of the Rassam Hosman incident. But yeah, now Bergen back in a second. This is not going to end, folks, at all. Hit the like button if you are enjoying this absolutely incredible racing, because that is what we love to see. Come and get involved. Who are you rooting for? Who are you enjoying? Name the overtake that you've enjoyed as well so far in these opening 9 laps. Come and get involved, because goodness me, Stefan and I need a bit of a breather and something else to talk about, because this is never-ending. Sociopath still there, hanging on with that damaged wing, because that car's not going to be feeling good. Look at this, Alex once again with the DRS gets the move done on Bergen, but now those two have just crept into the DRS for Doris.
Oh, Armand lost the car, or he locked up the rear, I think. I don't think there was contact with anyone. But he just stayed with. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You may need to turn your mic up a little bit. I'm struggling to hear you a little bit, Steph. You may need to turn your mic up just a touch, pal. Sorry.
Okay, I'm trying to.
All right, pal. Sorry about that. Just for the viewers as well. Oh, look at that. Alex has gone wide. How on earth these guys haven't got a penalty yet? But that's very close. Cutting across Alex on Bergen. These guys are really playing hardball tonight. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3. That is Airways, who's had a moment, potentially gone round. But it's all going to be clear. Look at this. Bergen and Alex once again into turn 1. I'm trying to have a breather. I'm not going to lie. Krusty T and Airways have now pitted as well. Let's have a quick look at those. So they were on the mediums. They've sort of... The mediums to hards was the main... one-stop strategy. Then we had soft, medium and hards for the 2-stop strategy. But there is quite a bit of an offset between the tyres. Of course, Colin's the man at the minute on those hard tyres. Looking very good. Oh, Panizza nearly hit the back, speaking of him, and that's going to cost him because Armour Red snuck through. How are you getting on, Stefan? Is he just a bit louder now? Say how we feel.
I hope you can hear me well now. It goes 3 wide again. I can't believe it.
I know. Sociopath now is having a look at Alex Edric as well. You're a little bit louder, a little touch louder. Hopefully it'll...
okay then.
A touch better, touch clearer. But, wow, this is just... I mean, we're exhausted. I'm exhausted already. We're a third of the way through the race. We've got hours to come. these guys must be absolutely wiped. And because of all this, what's happened? What's happened to Freddie? I think he's had a big moment and dropped a load of places, because Hosman and Rassam have caught up and now they're in this fight as well. Who's that that's dived into the pit lane? That is Panizza and Bergen. They've hit the pits. So 10 laps on the mediums is all they can do.
I think we should also do it now. It's really, there is so much happening.
It gives them a breather. Doris has now got 3 seconds because Sociopath and Alex are now battling. So because of all that fighting, just allowed Doris to creep away. And it shows how close the field was. Bergen fighting at the top there has now come out in 15th. Panizza in 16th. So that shows just how close everybody is on track, as Loppy's done something and also with the second penalty. But he's now into the points. So what happened to... Oh, Loppy's got big wing damage as well. Yeah, that's going to be him into the pits. And to be fair, I don't think that was an unsafe rejoin. There's nothing he could do with that one, to be fair. So I know it'll scare the life out of a few drivers, but unfortunately nothing he could do. Single track now up into 10th. So he's someone to keep an eye on. Again, he's on the hard tyres. I know if you have pitted around. But if they're keeping their tyres going and keeping them alive, if they can make it to another 7-8 laps, put the set of mediums on, especially if it's a green race. Krusty Tina with 3 seconds as well. The penalties are coming thick and fast now, folks, as the tyres start to wear. They don't have that grip, do they? And this is where they're really struggling just for the downforce, especially with everyone so close. This is really hurting everybody, isn't it?
Yes, we're definitely reaching that period of the race where distraction comes into play. So yeah, you see the drivers at the front having a little bit more understeer, missing the apex sometimes. Except for Colin. Colin still seems to be very fast on his hard tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, by now the advantage of the medium should be gone.
Yep, you're right. I think you are dead right with that one. Monsters pitted, Freddie pitted as well. Steve said it's like watching esports, that they're all still close. You are right, it is. There's not many big gaps. Bergen's now, after his pit stop, he's got 6 seconds. Oh, heck. He's got 6-second gap, so that's going to be a good one for him to get those tyres into the window. Calvin says the undercut is massive round here. So, that's going to be a good one to see what Bergen's going to be able to do about Doris and his teammate when he comes into the pits, and how he's going to keep those tyres a bit further alive, because he's done that extra lap or so on them. But Doris now 3 seconds. Sociopath got himself up into second, which is a fantastic race, especially with the damage that that Ferrari's got. Can't be handling too well. And you said, yeah, the understeer and the oversteer and the sliding that everyone's going to be doing now, and they're just generally going to be slower. But you're right, Colin, just doing what he's just sitting there, isn't he, at the moment? He's just playing a very smart race at this moment in time.
Yeah, at the moment I think he's doing a good job.
Oh, sure. We've got our leader in the pits, Sociopath also in the pits, Alex in the pits as well. So our top, well, everyone now on the mediums, who was on the mediums, are now pitting. This is the last of those guys to hit the pit stop. So Colin is now our race leader. So we keep an eye on Bergen. He's coming out the final corner because he pitted sooner. Where is Bergen going to come out with all of these guys? He's now gone through past his teammate. What's he going to do about his teammate? His teammate's in turn 1. Who was that that's gone off? That's Evervoice. Oh, Evervoice, big wing damage for him. He lost at the exit of turn 1. That's horrible for the Dutchman. And he was happy. He was right up the back of single track as well. 2 of the OGs, Fabian was here from day 1, actually, I do believe. But Doris catching single track, but he's got his teammate now a little bit closer after that round of pit stops. So that undercut's helped. And now if they can go to the end on these tyres, then we could see another fantastic 1-2 from them. But look at this further back. Wow, Ryan hasn't pitted. And he's got Sociopath, Alex Benitez, who pitted earlier as well, and Armour, and Rassam, and Freddie, and Nick, who pitted early, and Monster. All, typical, the Aston Martins would be together, wouldn't they? But Ryan got done there by a few people who had the DRS, and of course Ryan hasn't pitted. not really his fight, and I don't think he's really getting in the way. Let's get rid of those. Oh, Ryan! Really struggling for grip there. Well, I don't really know who to go to next, because we've got the Doris is closing on single track. Of course, like we say, the top two there, Stefan, haven't pitted. Speaking of which, single track's pitting. That's early for the hard tyres. I wonder if we're going to see a two-stop.
Dory locked up in the last corner. Now he's made it. Yeah, he's within DRS range. Yeah. So, yeah, the 2 kicks over have a chance to get away from the rest of the field.
Yep, they do, with Sociopath, Alex and Panizza and Armour, Rassam and everybody fighting once again. Single tracks put the mediums on. I don't think they'll go 14 laps. Be hard if they did. Alex has got 3 seconds. How crucial is that going to be towards the end? But yeah, single track's now gone to those mediums. That's interesting, because he started on those hards and struggled on lap 14. Oh, okay, Johnny, you've seen that and I missed that. Yes, Sociopath, you're right, didn't change his wing in the pit stops. So, could that be a typical Ferrari thing? Or is that just a case of, because it's on auto, it doesn't quite change the wing, you have to change the setting? But Alex on the DRS has got that move done, but Panizza and Armour are also fighting as well. Can Panizza get the car stopped in time? Just about. And gets the move done. But I'd like to see what the kicks are going to do now, because they've got that gap.
Yeah, and see, smart. Berger knows he just needs to avoid the time penalty, and he can stick within the DRS that he made, and then they should be fine. And if they would start fighting each other, the other guys, Alex and so on, would close in on them again, and then yeah, those time penalties would come into play as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think it's the.
Oh. Sorry, go on. Oh, Panizza's actually got wing damage as well. Panizza's got some at the same place as Sociopath. So, Panizza 3 seconds. Really, we got the helicopter shot. Perfect shot of him. Cut in the corner there. Wow, Rassam. It's very, very quick in that first sector. Really has overspeed. Takes a different line to people, and it seems to be working perfectly. Nick has also now got 3 seconds. We will cut to the penalties soon. They're coming thick and fast. But that's what we said.
I just counted. 12 drivers already do have a time penalty. So
wow.
More than half of the grid.
Oh, who's that spun? That's Monster out of turn 11. He lost the rear. So the Aston sideways in the background. This is Rassam making moves once again. I don't really know who to go with. I'm going to stick with all of these guys close quarters. I think they seem to be there, but maybe just calm themselves. I hope they've calmed themselves down, because I can't go. Yeah, Colin's pitch. So he's only done 16 laps. Interesting that the people on the hards who start on the hards, single track, Colin now, Colin took them longer than anyone else. They couldn't take them as long as we personally thought they could. But Colin's lost a lot of time in that pit stop. Where's he going to come out? He's going to come out behind. Oh, there he is on the exit of the pits. Actually, he's still in the mix. It's Colin. He's going to be behind. Oh, is he going to be ahead of Panizza? He is. So Colin back in 7th. He's going to be on the mediums. I see a podium coming.
Yeah, I was just about to say he's in a very good position now. Once he's won.
Oh, Monster's retired. Monster's out. Exit turn 1. We've got the safety car. Oh, that's hurt Colin massively. Just come out the pits. Just left the.
He stayed out for another lap.
I know. Red car hasn't pitted. This has helped Ryan. He's going to be able to pit. And now I'm going to be interested to see if those people who pitted early onto the hard tyres, your Nicks, your Panizza, Friddy, Bit, see if single track pits, if he's got another set of mediums. If they swap for those now, we will have maybe 10, 11 laps of racing. Those mediums should do that. Everybody's has actually taken that opportunity to pit to a fresh set of medium tyres. So, yeah, I wonder who we're going to see pit now.
it will be very interesting to see what these guys will be doing. I mean, their hard tires are still very fresh, and they are, of course, fine to finish on them.
But
That
what
won't
about...
be an issue.
Yeah, what about the top two here? Doris is pitting. What about Bergen? Bergen stayed out. He was the first to pit, but I wondered if he was going to try and leave a bit of a gap to his teammate to allow a double stack, which you need about, I think it's 4 seconds in this game because of the difference of the bit of the lag. Actually, most people staying out. Doris, so Colin stayed out, of course. Armour's pitted, Rassam, Panizza, Friddy, Nick did as expected. Ryan's got a good sort of free pit stop, or cheap pit stop, you should say.
I think Dory made a good choice. He's still in the top 5. I mean, as a leader, you don't know what the other guys are doing. You're the first to come to the pit lane. Yeah, since most people are pitting, I think he made the right decision.
Pretty, yeah.
I mean, soft tires are not really a good race tire around. Like, we have a safety car period now. But still it's gonna be like 10 laps on them.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Oh, Colin's in Discord. He is not. He's sort of laughing at it. He said he can't be serious. On his outlap, the safety car comes out. He can't believe his luck with that one. Yeah, you're right. I think those soft tyres. Krusty T's also gone to the soft tyres. I agree with you that they're not the greatest race tyre. I think they'll go maybe 5 laps, maybe 6 at a push. But I don't think they're a great race tyre, personally. I agree with you there.
But this also brings back into play Loppy and Era Voice. Like, after their incidents, they used to be at the back of the grid, or they still are, but now they can catch up to the rest of the field, and they're one of some of the few drivers without a time penalty. And that plays a major role. They can make up so many places if they manage to avoid one for the remaining laps.
No, exactly that. And, like, you know, you said it, that, you know, if you do keep clean, you have a big chance of getting some places. Let's have a quick look, as you mentioned there, the penalty situation. We have got Alex in second with 3 seconds, Doris with 3 as well. Airways, Rassam with 3, Nick with 3. Panizza's got 6 seconds and currently in 12th. Hoseman, Ryan, Bit have 3, and Jackson, Krusty T also has 6 as well. So yeah, Friddy in 10th could gain some good spots here, potentially. See how those tyres work for him, of course, and if the softs work. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be interesting to see if Airways can get those hards working for the remainder of the race. You know, we've got another 10 laps after this, and it'll be 10 racing laps because surely the safety car will come in. But for them to do those, we didn't see it early on. So potentially, how are they going to feel? What about Bergen's tyres? Yes, this safety car is going to help, but are they going to be at risk? Single track's a bit more worn on his mediums. That'll help him to just about get to the end. But everyone who pitted to the mediums, they've got to be feeling quite, if they know and they're watching this, and or have a race engineer who is watching this, and they can see ahead, they're going to be feeling a little bit smug, you'd have to say.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I think the guys who stayed out at the front have made a brave decision. At least I'm not sure if it's the right one, to be honest, because they're gonna be under a lot of pressure from the guys behind, and those guys will be able to finish the race. Like, everyone who's will be, except for the soft tire runners, will easily be able to finish the race without another pit stop. And we're about to see the restart, so we'll see 10 remaining laps of racing. And if they're gonna be anything like the first 10 laps, then
yeah.
gotta do all spins. trying to warm up the tires.
Yeah, it was. He's on the hard tyres, don't forget. You're right. If we buckle up, everybody watching, hit the like button as well. Please do leave us a follow if you haven't already. We are going to have potentially an absolutely crazy... Come on, there's 14 of you, we've only got 8. Come on, we need to get double figures for the likes, folks. Get into that chat as well, because Bergen is our de facto safety car as we will go racing very, very shortly. As the green flag, the safety car is now in the pits. When does Bergen go? When does he lead the pack away? And he's gone already, trying to catch Sociopath napping. Didn't quite do it. He's got one more corner to go, so Sociopath gets a good drive out of it. But we've got Colin, who's on the mediums, on the quicker tyre. Hosman gets a 3-second penalty going wide out the final corner. Not helping his cause at all, but it looks all plain sailing over one. All well behaved into turn 1. A few people going a little bit wide. Cold tyres, of course. Red car's got through on Hosman as well. And a little bit wide. Red car on the mediums as well. But Bergen leads us away. And he's got Sociopath, who's had a very good race again so far this evening. He's up into second. Colin's going to be one to watch for. So's, I think it's Doris Martin as well. They are on the medium compound tyre. Sociopath just struggling with grip a tiny bit because of that wing damage. Martin's doing extremely well, full of flu. So full credit to him. Our voice is past Krusty T as well at the back. But no DRS this lap. One more lap and then we will have it as... Oh, that's Bergen going very wide. He does not need a time penalty. Especially with how close everybody's been throughout this full race. And now everyone, different strategies. What have you seen? Is that Colin and Sociopath? We're getting rubbish camera angles. Look at that. Doris is also trying to have a look. Colin's sticking it around the outside, just about trying to make the move. This is going to be incredible. Can he get the car stopped? There's just about enough room. Sociopath decided to run wide, but tell you what, Colin's got it, and Doris is having a sneaky look as well. Ryan's got another 3 seconds, but Colin's now made the move. What can Doris do? And Doris is making the move. Sociopath got from second to fourth. Just got out of position. Oh, now broke himself. There's big contact. Doris lost the rear. Look at this, single track's gone through on Sociopath. I think Sociopath probably had to react, and oh, there's a little bit of tapping. Martin left the cars with the Martin up into fourth. Oh, that's Alex gone very, very wide.
And Armac hitting cars, oh my god.
That's a bit... Arma's let him through, but because of that caught Rossam, and that's Airways. I wonder who it was, I couldn't see. That caught everybody because I think Arma's trying to do the right thing there, but just at the wrong point and caught everybody sort of napping. Rassam had to take avoid action and it just caught Airways there. That's hurt him badly. Friddy on the soft tyres. Oh, who is that that's out? Panizza out of this race. Lost its safety car again. As Bergen has got through this teammate. We missed, because of all that, Colin go through. Colin's got the lead.
I saw it actually, but... yeah, there was so much happening. Yeah, it was an easy move in the end on the DRS straight, so it was not that exciting to watch.
Not compared to what we've just seen. Wow, no, that was...
it was really unlucky. Like, there were people going side by side because of the mess in turn 1, and then people going off track, rejoining, and yeah, then it happened that they wanted to go 3 wide through that corner, and it just doesn't work, and Airways was sandwiched in the middle, and there was nothing to do. Really unlucky, but there's safety car now. He's on all tires anyway, so I guess now he will get
Doris and Bergen have just swapped positions. Bergen slowed down off track. I'm interested to know of what that was about, but hey ho, they've decided to do that. I mean, I don't know where to look at this point, because, you know, we've got that crazy action that we saw, as you say there. Error voice, red cars pitted as well. Let's have a quick look at the tyres. So something going to the soft tyres. Should about go to the end now. Friddy may be hampered. He hasn't made the progress I think he would like, but everyone tightly packed together. There's only really 1 or 2 lines. Bergen's on the hard tyres. I wonder if he's just saying, okay, I'm on the slower tyres. Help his teammate go. Sociopath and Alex, of course, on the hards as well. Everyone on the mediums around them with varying degrees of wear. Honestly, I don't... I mean, I can't call a winner here. I know we've got a lot of action still to go. God help us. But yeah, that was a crazy sort of second lap there, wasn't it? We saw a lot of moves happening, and Armour trying to do the right thing, I think, and let I think Alex go back through, and just unfortunately had a bit of a knock-on effect, really.
Yeah. Well, so much happened. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. Personally, I'm quite happy that we can take a deep breath before
again.
Absolutely astonishing, final of this race. I can't even imagine what's about to happen.
So, I know.
Yeah, we actually see Arrow with Rusty and Red Star with the top tire now, and these may get to the end. So by now they will do 8 laps, 2 of them behind the safety car. I guess that's doable.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Car.
Yeah.
Although I'm still not entirely sure whether a fresh medium wouldn't do it as well. Someone else. Oh, it's Holzman.
Oh, what did Holzman do?
Right.
Oh, you gone to the pit. That's a strange one. I think Holzman's gone into the pits but got a drive-through penalty. I wonder if that may be seen as serious. I don't know how much time they'll knock off for that. Maybe. Well, it's going to be difficult because he'll be on the back of the safety car. That's a strange one. You'll have to serve that when the safety car comes in at the end of this lap and be a good 20 to 30 seconds down. That's horrible for him. Ryan also pitted again. Oh, and he got 10 seconds for crossing the white line. That one you can't really do much with. But yeah, Holzman got a drive-through for ignoring yellow flags. Holzman pitted.
I don't know if it was for driving past other cars while going to the pit lane. I mean, that would
that could be the thing. Yeah, that could be it. I think you may be right there. You may be right with that one.
Well, I don't know if it was about. Well, it's something to learn. I will take care of that. Similar situation will occur later on. Yeah, after a really unlucky race for Holzman.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he was up there early on, wasn't he? Now, this is going to be interesting. I'm looking through the penalties once again. And, of course, the lap's ticking away. I'm sure we'll go racing at the end of this lap. Look at that. Everyone's weaving around. This could be major. Because Doris with 3 seconds, we could see single track on the podium, which, from starting where he did, would just be absolutely fantastic for him. Colin as well, done the alternate strategy, held it together in the first stint. Armour could get some good points out of this as well. Sociopath, of course, with that wing damage. So Loppy could get some good points as well, even Evervoice. And he was, unfortunately, way back early on. But a lot of racing still to go. I'm having a sigh trying to catch my breath before we do this again. This time, Colin is the de facto safety car, trying to get the last bit of heat into some of those tyres, and his brakes as well. Back in the pack up quite a bit. Safety car is now in the pit lane. When does Colin decide to take us away? Does he go when Berger did before the final corner? Looks like he's going to go on the exit. And he gets the car straightened up. Ooh, he's now decided to drop the hammer. Caught Doris napping a little bit. Nothing Doris could really do about that. But I tell you, we didn't catch napping. There's single track. There's Sociopath. They're all coming up very, very close into to have a go at Bergen. Look at Alex on the inside. There's single track on the inside of Bergen. I think there was a little bit of touching, but okay. Look at Alex further back with Sociopath. This car's all over the track, taking different lines, trying to scramble for grip. Bergen holds on. Single track stays fourth. And everyone holds position, I think, at this point. But wow, another crazy start. Nick and Rassam having a good little ding-dong as well. Rassam had to force a little bit wide, but I tell you what, he's got to be careful. He's got Friddy on the inside. Oh, Friddy backed out wisely, you'd think, at that moment of time. Bergen's struggling for grip. He's on the hards. He's struggling for grip at this moment in time. This is allowing the top two to get away and helping Doris with that 3-second penalty. This is not what Single Track wants to do. Ooh, that was late on the brakes from both of them, but get the car stopped. Well, Single Track's going to want to get this move done, isn't he? Oh, Krusty T's had a moment, so's Jackster. Oh, he's fighting with Evervoice, actually, further back. Who's had the moment? It was Hoseman. Oh, Evervoice 3 seconds. There's so much going on. And that gap, Bergen to the top two, is growing by the corner because he just hasn't got the grip on the hard tyres.
Yeah, he probably hasn't. I guess he's also trying to open a gap for his teammate. Because, unfortunately for Doris, some of the very few drivers without a penalty are right behind him.
Yeah, so, Alex has got 3 seconds.
Yeah, he's got 3 seconds, but...
Is that 6 now he's got?
Yeah,
it is 6 seconds for Alex, yeah.
That's not an issue for Dory at the moment. Oh no, he gets another one.
Oh, wow.
Now he is in 6.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. We can't get the podium, but that's 2.5 seconds Single Track. This is going to potentially hurt a second place. Well, actually, you can still get second, fully enough. But, ooh, that Doris went very, very wide. He exited turn 11. Are we going to see him challenge for the lead? What about Single Track? How's his drive? Is he going to use any of his overtake button? He is now. He's got the DRS wide open, goes to the inside. Bergen half defends it, but nothing he can do because he's now got Alex. He's now got Nick on the inside. The 3 wide under brakes. Tries the late one, does Bergen, got pushed a little bit wide, and now we've got Alex behind Single Track. Nick's through. Where on earth has Nick come from? He was like 15th at the start of this race, battling with his teammate and up into 4th. Wow, and look at the train of cars side by side, but Single Track's through. Now he's going to be on a mission to close the gap, to pull away from Nick, because he knows he's going to be the man now, under pressure. Ooh, and very, very wide. That's going to hurt him a lot of time. It did actually cost him a couple of tenths. But, oh my goodness me, I can't cope. Cannot cope, Berg, as well.
And then Alex side by side, Doris taking the lead now.
Yeah. Colin just wants to sit there. Nick on the inside of Single Track with the DRS into turn 1, gets that move done. Look at this side-by-side action. You just, honestly, guys, look at the left-hand side. Look at the racing. We can't cope. It's basically it.
Yeah, we really can't.
We can't keep up.
Oh no!
Oh no, Socio!
It's Sociopath.
And he's got big wing damage now. Oh, that's horrible for him. Oh, who's that? Who's gone round? His teammate Jackster's gone round as well.
Oh, nightmare for the Ferraris.
Oh, the Sociopath was having such a good race. Oh my goodness me. But, yeah. If Mr. Bailey is watching and he sets up for our tee at races, Freddy on the inside of Bergen now. Where's Bergen? Bergen's holding it in. The hards will have come back in, but Freddy is on the soft tyres. Don't forget, they won't be feeling great. They still have a little bit more grip, or you'll feel they are. He's got to the inside line now and makes that move stick. That's a good move from him.
Seems to be okay for him.
Yeah, so far. But to be fair, Bergen's looking quite racy. Oh, I think there was a little bit of a tap there. Yeah, I guess I was going to say, guess who's there? It's Alex once again. I'll tell you what, Doris has got a good little bit of a gap. He's nearly got 9/10 of a second to Colin now. That's interesting.
He's got a time out. He might be able to secure a podium at least. I don't think he can win because Colin is going to stick with him. There's no way he's going to open a gap of 3 seconds. And if Colin doesn't make a major mistake.
Yeah, so I've changed that to the leader gap. So 6 seconds of penalties will put him at this moment a tenth or half a tenth now ahead of his teammate. So he would drop to 5th at this moment in time. Rambo's out. That was in the pits. I think he got hit a few times. Rassam, another 3-second penalty. Let's go back to those penalties. Keep track of those. There's a lot of drivers with 6 seconds. This is going to mean Sociopath could still get some points out of this. Alex and Rassam now fighting. Armour's going to benefit quite a bit from this. I don't know who else is at this moment in time. I'm not going to lie, folks. I'm just going to leave it as is. Let it sort itself out, because I think the stewards may come into a few little taps and a few little nudges that we've seen. I hope it's just hard racing and the drivers take it in good sport. But we have the stewards there for a good reason. So I'm sure they'll look at a few incidences. But yeah, this is... I tell you what. Doris is pulling away. He's got 5 seconds now to Nick. Yeah, Doris could still get this podium.
So at the moment, Dory has got the podium.
Yeah, let's go. He's now got 6 seconds to single track. He's ahead of single track now.
He's absolutely flying now.
And he's broken the DRS to Colin. So this is crucial for single track to get through on Nick. Don't forget, single track tyres are a little bit more worn than those around. Look, more battles further through the field. But yeah, this is... anything's going to happen by the end of this race, of course. Still 2 more racing laps to go. Alex with another 3 seconds. I think that may just end the chance of points for the man who had a fantastic start of the race. Oh, very, very slidey, and cuts the corner as well for good measure. That'll be an extra warning as well. But yeah, Colin's just got back in.
Sorry, made a little mistake.
I wondered, because that gap has come back down by a couple of tenths. Both of them flashing away, using as much of the battery to pull away from Nick as they possibly can. And of course, the fight's going on behind him. Single track's actually having to defend from Fiddy. Fiddy's got through. Can Fiddy get the car stopped? Fiddy on the soft tyres. We said, oh, that's very wide. But Fiddy's got 3. Single track doesn't need to fight these. He's actually battling mainly with Bergen. This could be a really good podium for single track from where he started. Let's have a look at those position changes. 16 places Nick's got through so far. Single track of 10. That may increase, of course, before the end.
Dory is absolutely flying, and setting one fast lap after the other. He's gonna secure a P2 as we start the last lap.
Yeah, it is at this moment in time, yeah. It is, isn't it? This is incredible racing from Doris right at the end to keep those tyres working. The final lap we have been through... Well, we've been through torture. Look at this single track. Bergen and Rassam battling away. I don't know what happened to Rassam. I think he might have tried a move that didn't quite work, but look at this single track. Bergen side by side. Bergen gets through. That's his 4th position, don't forget. So they need to close up, because that could be the final podium position. Let's just keep with this battle for the final potential podium. Friddy's going to try and get through on Nick as well. That's going to be big points as well for Friddy, should he make the move. He's kept those softs working really, really well. Very, very wide on the exit. It's going to hamper him, but that's allowed Bergen. What can single track do? This is crazy. This is crazy, folks. We've seen it. Oh, single track pulling to the inside on Bergen. Can he get the car stopped? Where is he? There he is. It's been a touch. No! Oh, no. Oh, no. Bergen took the wide line. I don't think saw single track coming across. On the inside, it was such as the wide entrance. Oh, that's heartbreak for a single track. Absolute heartbreak. Yep. But we're going to see Doris come through and take the victory on track. He should get P2, and Colin will get the victory after penalties. There we go, folks. We're up to 28 hair-raising laps.
There's someone round.
Oh no, who's that this round? That's Rassam round as well. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Where is Rassam? There he is. Oh no. Absolute...
That's so fast. Oh my god.
I mean, come on, folks. We had 2 corners to go. They couldn't even give us 2 corners. Preliminary results. We have got Colin with the victory on track. We have got Doris and Bergen 2nd and 3rd, taking up the podium for the Kick Saubers. What an incredible race we have just seen. I have no idea at all. Exactly, mate.
Yeah, that sums it up nicely. Yeah. Driver of the day, I mean, can understand. I was surprised he was down in P19 in quali, but I knew he would make up a lot of ground and race. He's really good at overtaking. I think if he had fought a little bit less with his teammate in these fast corners in the beginning of the race, it would have been in a better position earlier. But yeah, the safety car had to for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what can I say? Colin took the win, completely deserved to make the alternative strategy work, I think.
Yeah. I'd completely agree with you.
Pace was amazing, just the time penalties that cost him the victory.
It did. So quickly running you through the order, Colin takes it on track with Doris and his teammate in third. Armour Red, great race, in fourth. Nick, games drive of the day in fifth. Loppy in sixth. Single track, could have had a podium, but a fantastic race in seventh. Foodie in eighth. Then Bit gets points in ninth. And Sociopath was up there as well. He finishes in 10th. Alex just outside the points. Then Airways, Rassam had a contact in the final two corners. Then Krusty T, Hoseman, Error Voice, and Jackster, Red Car Rambo, Panizza, Monster as well. Yeah, I think the game driver of the day was Nick. I think I was going to go single track. Unfortunately, had that issue and had that tap in the final lap. But I think I'm going to have to go with Nick as well. He was battling. He was 15th in the first couple of laps, wasn't he? And battling with his teammate, and someone gets up there. I think that's a great... There's too many, though. Too many worth a mention.
Yeah, I mean, so much happened. I think almost every driver had some remarkable fights in this race.
Mm-hmm.
I think, just take, for example, Lopi. Lopi finished sixth in the end. He was completely down the grid, and then the safety car helped him, and he managed to avoid a time penalty, I think. And, where this is.
Absolutely. A lot of drivers there to mention. Some fantastic racing indeed. We are going to have 15 minutes breather and try to catch our breaths before Stefan and I take to the track. We have Monster and Mr. Hardy giving you the action from Tier 1 in about 15-20 minutes time. So all that's left to say is congratulations to all the drivers. Congrats to Colin as well on the win. Congrats to you and I for getting ourselves through it and coming out and surviving.
More exhausting than some races I've had.
Let's hope ours is a bit easier for us both. Look forward to seeing you on track, my friend. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for taking part, everybody. And we will see you very, very soon. Have a lovely evening and good night.